Feng Shui, a practical guide and application. Feng Shui, as in English, the English translation simply wind and water. As a theory and art form, Feng Shui it carries a great philosophical, ideological, cultural, and spiritual significance to what is speculated to be about 2,000 years worth of people. Um, the way of life and worldview which feng shui allows is more intimate and underlain in existence and worldly experience than can be surmised in any word or phrase. Wind and water, however, may have within it as a phrase enough significance to evoke from within us a sense of understanding of the ever presence of feng shui in our world, in our interactions, and in everything that we experience at large. Um, Daniel Meisner, professor of Chinese history at Marquette University, described it well when he says that when he describes feng shui as this invisible energy, which I take as an energy which embodies the obvious yet imperceivable forces that direct our being. Poignantly, wind and water are invisible forces which also direct our being. Wind and water are forces that I believe um, allowed for the creation and the continuation of the cycle. Feng Shui has been identified as the art of placement, the art of intention and application, the art of construction and balance, the art of compromise. Feng Shui provides us with the ability to navigate, the ability to apply intention to action in a sea in this sea of opposing energy, of opposing forces. Feng Shui allows us the ability to curate our own experiences sustainably alongside all else. Now, dissonance in feng shui and the individuality of feng shui are rooted in the untestable nature or the untenable nature of these imperceivable forces. Dissonance or philosophical dissonance or disconnect with this with this philosophy was clear in the area of Midwestern industrialization around the 1800s when missionaries from Europe and Britain and America arrived in Eastern Asia, in China and in Hong Kong and Japan and Taiwan, and we're trying to embolden their industries of mining, agriculture, construction and architecture, and railroad. However, and came to a standstill in East Asia because the populations or societies were of the faith or of the thought or ideologies of feng shui and Confucianism and Taoism and ancient transcendentalism, I guess, or whatever. And so they were not in the camp of quick industrialization or modernity or economics or large governances of that sense because I didn't see it as sustainable, and sustainability is the root of feng shui and this worldview. This information was obtained from research done into the research history of Chinese feng shui conducted by Bia Chia Chen and Yao Nakama, who are Chinese ecological and geologic scientists and researchers. Now, modern day people might hear of concepts of feng shui through these buzz phrases, I guess, or of yin and yang, which are concepts of feng shui. Yin being the dark, feminine, receptive principle, and yang being the dark, masculine. No. yin being the dark feminine receptive principle, and yang being the light masculine active principles. So when practicing feng shui, which is the balance of yin and yang, it's good to consider things relating to the following: journey, knowledge and self awareness, helpful people and experiences, family and health, youth and creativity, prosperity and fame and reputation, and intimacy. Sorry. Consider the deliberate placement of these things, artifacts, concepts, in your physical being and in your day to day life, in your mental space, and yeah, just keep track and be mindful of the placement of these things and your thought processes relating to them. So, the practical guide for rooms and in the material sense, consider natural and soft lighting, clean windows, spaces molded to your likes and dislikes, air with an appreciation of your things and the things in your dominion, ambient sounds, wind chimes, water clocks, acknowledgement of the surroundings and of the people in some sense. You can conceptualize that how you will. Minimal clutter, bed in central placement, physically or psychologically. Differentiated spaces for like working and sleeping and like relaxation and all that stuff. And mirrors angled in locations where energy comes to a dead end or a standstill. I personally don't like mirrors at all, but yeah, they can be used, obviously. And then for mindfulness, uncover central purpose, look inward, discover your motivational key and what actually pushes you and what like you can depend on and what you can always use as, you know what I mean, to construct or uncover vigor. Embrace fleeting nature, be flexible and amenable, inspire connection, remember to change, debate with your darkness, become your own hero, and know when to give up. So, all in all, feng shui is a practice and way of life that favors connection and sustainability, oneness, continuation, and longevity. Centuries of people have believed in and still believe in the importance and significance of feng shui and this sustainable worldview and practice in life. And people still hold it in high regard, is what I just said. And so the acknowledgement, they see that the acknowledgement of these ever present forces can bring enlightenment and ease of mind. And the deliberate interaction with these forces can reveal the world of possibilities which has always been within reach. Thank you. Sorry it was too long.